The following is an address to the nation by Prime Minister Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell.
Fellow Grenadians, Caribbeans, Petey Martinicans,
The preceding was an address to the nation.
I greet you this evening to bring news of the much anticipated changes to the composition of the cabinet of our country. This change is more about facilitating personal growth and development and allowing ministers to become more versatile by managing different portfolios and, most importantly, enabling government to become more efficient in handling the affairs of the state. Those who have closely monitored and followed my style of leadership would know that in the middle of any term of office, my usual approach is to give ministers an opportunity to develop their skills in managing different areas of government, especially if they have served in one ministry for an extended period of time. The portfolio changes are intended to give my cabinet colleagues an opportunity to broaden their experience and to bring a new outlook to another area of government service. This cabinet reshuffle entails a mix of changes. In addition to reassigning ministers to different ministries' portfolios, in some instances, I have separated the portfolios, including in some ministerial assignments, and placed them with others. Therefore, some ministers will have additional responsibilities and/or new areas of responsibilities. This cabinet reshuffle will enable our performance by allowing us to build on the progress made and to solidify our achievements to date while creating a springboard for future development. Fellow Grenadians all, these changes are being made with a clear understanding that we are living in COVID-19 period, and as such, they are expected to enhance our successful control of the virus. We have done an excellent job here in Grenada so far in preventing the spread of this disease. And while individual responsibilities plays a significant role, government's leadership in this regard has been critical in achieving the level of success to date. Therefore, the changes being announced now will enhance our ability to ensure the continued protection of our beloved country and its people. Sisters and brothers all, it is my firm belief that one of the greatest attributes of a successful leader lies not just in his accomplishments during his period of service, but also in the decisions taken to facilitate a smooth transition to new leadership. In other words, my friends, a true leader must have a sound succession plan that adequately prepares future leaders to seamlessly take over the reins of leadership. Therefore, it was with this futuristic thinking that this cabinet reshuffle has also been considered. Here now are the ministerial portfolio changes, which will take effect in the first week of October. Minister Nicholas Steele will continue to head the Ministry of Health and Social Security. But in addition, he would have the support of Minister Delma Thomas, who will work with him and have specific responsibility for hospital services within that ministry. In addition to her full responsibility as Minister of Housing, Community Development, and Social Services. The Ministry of Trade, Industry, and Consumer Affairs will now be headed by Minister Alvin Dabrio. The Minister of Finance, Public Utility, Energy, Physical and Economic Development will now be headed by Minister Gregory Boyne. The Ministry of Infrastructure Development, Transport and Implementation will now be headed by Senator Nolan Cox. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, International Business, and CARICOM Affairs will now be headed by Minister Oliver Joseph. The Minister of Agriculture, Forestry, Lands, and Labor will now be headed by Minister Peter David. The Ministry of Sports, Culture, and the Arts, Cooperatives, Fisheries will now be headed by Minister Yulan Bain Horsford. The Minister of Education, Human Resources, Information and Religious Affairs will continue to be headed by Minister Emmeline Pear. The Minister of Civil Aviation and Tourism will have added with it climate resilience and the environment, and headed therefore by Minister Clarice Modus Cohen. The Minister in the Ministry of Civil Aviation, Tourism, and Climate Resilience, with specific responsibilities for climate resilience and the environment, will now be led by Senator Simon Steele. The Minister of Legal Affairs, Carriacou and P.T. Martinic Affairs, and Local Government continue to be headed by Minister Kendra Maturin Stewart. Ministry of the Prime Minister's Office, Department of Public Administration, Home Affairs, National Security, Youth Development, and Disaster Management and ICT will now be headed by the Prime Minister, your humble servant. The Minister in the Ministry of with special responsibility in the Prime Minister's Ministry, with special responsibility for needy assistance, uniform allowance, special projects, and ICT will now be led by Minister Pamela Moses. The Minister in the Prime Minister's Ministry with special responsibility for youth development will be now led by Minister Kate Lewis. And the Minister in the Prime Minister, Minister of State in the Prime Minister's Ministry with special responsibility for disaster preparedness will now also be led by Senator Winston Gary. Ladies and gentlemen, sisters and brothers all, as I said at the beginning of this presentation, this is meant to give even more effectiveness to the management of this government. And ask therefore for your prayers for the new ministers in their new roles as they continue to guide and the safety and development of this beautiful country of Grenada, Carriacou, and P.T. Martinic. Good evening.
The preceding was an address to the nation by Prime Minister Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell.